about the mediastinum. To study mediastinum, first we will remove the thoracic cage. This is the thoracic cage, this which is formed by sternum. This is the sternum. This is suprasternal notch here, and as we move down, we will encounter a ridge, and this ridge is the sternal angle. And below this, we have the body of the sternum, and here we have the Xiphi sternum. I will remove this sternum and the ribs. And now you can see this is the thoracic wall, and here you can see this thin shiny structure. This is the parietal pleura of the lung. Between the two lungs you can see the heart, and this is the location of the mediastinum. To study about the mediastinum, first we need to remove both of these lungs. These lungs, both the lungs are covered with the pleura. This is the mediastinal surface of the lung, which is also covered by mediastinal pleura. And this is the location of our mediastinum. Actually, this is also covered with the covering of the pericardium. And now this is whole mediastinum. The whole mediastinum is divided into first superior mediastinum and the inferior mediastinum. How we can divide the superior mediastinum and the inferior mediastinum? The superior mediastinum extend its upper boundary is from the sternal notch to the first thoracic vertebra. We will pass a plane from the sternal notch to the first thoracic vertebra, then it will be the upper boundary. The lower boundary will be between the sternal angle and the fourth thoracic vertebra. So this will be the location of the superior mediastinum, and below this we will have what? The inferior mediastinum. So first let's see what all structures we can see in the superior mediastinum, but before that let's see the boundary. So the superior boundary we studied, it passes from the suprasternal notch to the first thoracic vertebra. It is the thoracic inlet, and the inferior boundary from the sternal angle to the fourth thoracic vertebra. On both the side we have the here this will be the location we saw as we remove the lung. Here we will have the mediastinal pleura on both the side, and posteriorly we will have the T1 to T4 thoracic vertebrae. So we will see what all structures we have in the superior mediastinum. Here going from front to back, we have many strap muscles. These are the strap muscles, sternohead and sternothyroid. Then in children we also encounter with the thymus. Then we have superior vena cava, upper end of the superior vena cava, and its branches, the right and the left brachiocephalic veins. Superior vena cava and its two branches, which is not very much visible in this specimen, but superior vena cava is visible. So we have the right and the left brachiocephalic vein. We have the arch of aorta in this mediastinum and its three branches. The right brachiocephalic trunk, from which we can see the two common carotid and the subclavian arises, and on the left side these two branches arise right from the arch of aorta, the common carotid and the subclavian artery. So this was all the content of the superior mediastinum. As we move more backward, we can see this is the trachea. We can feel the tracheal rings here. This is the trachea, and further more backward we can see this is the esophagus, right? Apart from these structure, we also have two nerves, vagus and phrenic, and from the vagus we have two branches, right and left recurrent laryngeal nerve, which is located in this mediastinum.